Hello, intrepid followers, subscribers, and watchers of my YouTube videos. This is I don't know what part it is. I'll put it in the description what part it is. But I've been working on my comic book room or comic book den or comic book cave for a while. And well, I've made some headway and then I've not made some headway. So this video is just me cleaning things up and maybe putting stuff away and making it a little more presentable and easier to access and get to things. I've done some work on it. Well, here, I'll show you. I mean, this used to be pile high with Funkos. And some of them were the empty boxes. Like, there's 2 empty boxes here right now. But I've put a bunch of them into these bins, the empty boxes. So those are put away. It's just, I've got to clean up this, and I need to clean up this, and then I just need to put all of those away and all those away. So they're all almost sort of alphabetized. This is the SPs, this is the STAs, this is the SWs and SUs, and these are the Ts. I just need to put them away in the boxes, which there are a lot of boxes. There's a lot of boxes in here. So that's what we're going to see me do. I'm probably just going to do like a sort of fast forward movement of stuff, but it's going to happen. So come along with me. Shall we, shall you, shall I? Let's. Look, I made a spot. I emptied out a space. There's less on the floor. Woohoo! The funny thing is, I found, as you saw in the fast forward, there, see that sign that says "Wham"? Wham! I bought 2 of them, so I've got to find a place to put this. I don't know. I have some wall space, but I'm moving some things around the wall, like. This wall behind me was for a while had Star Trek themed stuff, but I've moved that to the hallway, and I'm gonna put my Batwoman stuff. So I've got a place for, so there's the thing that holds the Batwoman, one of the Batwoman Funkos, and another framed Batwoman print. I'm gonna put them all here on this wall instead, and then put some Hawkeye stuff up on that part of that section of wall right there. So. Yeah, but I'm not going to do that. I want to finish working on the floor because I got all this right here to move out. And some of it's stuff that can be recycled, I think. And some of it is actually some, oh, there's some of my old artwork I did. Here, look at this. Let's see. Yeah, see, I did some artwork for a while. Oh yeah, look at that. That's from a class I had. Oops. Oh, it's not. Oh, that's it. Okay, well, I will probably tear out the parts that are mine, and then I will donate this to some friends of mine that do artwork, because I'm sure they would love to have some place to draw on, because that's pretty cool. Yeah, save that for someone else. Yeah. Okay. I cleaned out that spot. I just have to figure out how to fit this either in there or put in another spot in my apartment. But I've at least got more space. Let me show you. Lots more space on the floor. Just have to get this a little tidied up and then start putting those away. So we're partway there. I say I've been productive for a Friday afternoon. So I think I'm gonna stop here for now. And then we'll pick up tomorrow and I'll work on these, putting all that away. That'll be good. Yeah. Yay, productiveness. Getting the room set up. Okay, so we're back. So I moved a few things around because we're gonna work on these comic books that I have to organize and put away in their boxes. So, so I moved this around a little bit so I can access those boxes back there, because all of this will probably be going in those boxes. So this is on wheels. These are not. I thought about putting those on wheels too. It would actually make it better and easier to move them around, maybe. That's a lot of drilling and stuff like that. So maybe I won't, I don't know. But I mean, actually, that kind of sounds like a good idea. I haven't thought about that. Could make it easier to move them. Yeah, maybe I should put those on wheels. Anyway, that's another day for another vlog. But anyway, let's go ahead and we'll start putting away or alphabetizing these books. Okay, so we're gonna put Sentinels away. So we have Sensational She-Hulk, Sensational Wonder Woman, and then Shatterstar. So they go right after before Shatterstar. So there's Sentinels 1 through 5. I'll put that in there. Okay, so we have Silverhawks and then Sins of Sinister. So Silverhawks would go before Silver Surfer. Which this Silverhawks comic book, I really like it. It's like, instead of retelling the original story, it's like 100 years later or something, and it's a new team they're creating. So I thought, you know what, it'd be cool to have. And they've only got 2 issues in, and the issues I've liked so far. All right, so Sins of Sinister. Okay, so there's Sins of Sinister 1. And that means Sins of Sinister Dominion goes after that. Okay, so that box goes there. So that means we're moving on to this box over here. And you're like, yep, Joel, what's this? We're not going to handle that today. That's for another day. So you've got that little corner of random stuff. But you know what? I already cleaned up a really good spot. That makes me feel healthy and like not as like anxious about the room being chaotic. So we're gonna save that for another day because I want to get these books put away. So we're gonna put these books away. So we gotta put that box back down there and then get the next box we need. So here we go. All right, so we're gonna put away Sinister box, and then just get this other box which has a number on it. You can see it has this number right here, number 15. That's because it's the 15th box when I was first sorting the books and figuring out what box had what and what went where. I used a numbering system, and then I also put a check box next to it saying, okay, I've checked everything in there, it's accurate. Because I was finding I had redundants or I had missing books or something like that, so. Okay, so got the CLZ app, let's go to the S's. Oh, I'm gonna check for that DC special, Donna Troy. Yep, DC special, the return of Donna Troy, so those go in the D's. We'll handle that a little later. All right, so Spider Woman, Spider Women, Spider. Here we go. Okay, so Spider Force. There's Spider Boy 1 and Spider Boy Team Up. Then we have Spider Force 1, 2, 3. Then we have Spider-Woman Volume 1. I put so this is interesting. The CLZ app puts the annuals after any of the volumes of the books, but I put my annuals first. So I have this variant. Oh, that's a variant. Okay, that can go with the variants. And that's another variant that goes with the variants. And so then I have Spider-Woman Volume 1. Where did those go? I didn't put them in the wrong place. Oh no, I put them in the wrong place. Okay. So we know for sure the Spider-Women definitely come after Spider-Woman. So what we need to do is make sure. Okay, so Spider-Women come after Spider-Woman. So Spider-Woman Alpha, then Spider-Woman Omega, which is that cover, and then Spider-Verse, Spider-Woman Spider-Verse. Wait, Spider-Woman Alpha, Spider-Woman Omega. Uh-oh, I don't think this is in my app. Here, let's add it to the app. Here, I'm going to show you how the app works. Okay, so here's the app. As you can see, I have it zoomed in to where it's in the S's, but I'm not seeing this book in the collection. So what we're going to do is we're going to press this button right here, and then we're going to go to barcode. And then we're going to use the barcode on the book. to see if it's there. Okay, so it says it's in the book, but it's under Spider-Woman. Oh, it's Spider-Woman Volume 5. It just has the Spider-Verse. So this Spider-Verse right here does not mean it's separate. So it's just number 5 or number 3 in Spider-Woman. So it's in volume. What did it say it was in volume? Volume 5, number 3. Okay, cool. So if it's that color blue, that means it's in my collection. So I don't need it. So we're going to take and click clear. And it says yes. Okay, that's closed. So then we click my comics. And go back to our books. So it's Spider-Woman Volume 7. Number... Is it Volume 7? Oh no, I forgot what volume it is. I'll just fix it and figure out. Okay, so it's Volume 5, which is like the first volume I have right here in my stuff. So there's Volume 9, number 3, there's number 8, 6, 5. I just love that cover. I just love that cover. Look at it. So cute. There we go. There's number 4. That's number 2, another fun cover. And there's number 3. Okay. Then we have this number 10. I think it is not part of that run. Is it? No, it's not part of that run. So go to the next one. Next run. It's number 15. It's by Fox. Oh, it's another iconic cover. Look at this cover. Oh, so iconic. This number 10 variant. Okay. So it's not from that run. No, maybe it... hold on. Okay, so I got confused because, again, there's this subtitle here of Gang War. Let me bring it up a little higher. The subtitle here of Gang War, and that was confusing me. So this is number 10, which is the final one in that series. So there's number 9. So there's number 10, which I was so sad this series ended like all the other Spider-Woman series. All right, so we're going to put this box away for now because we need the space to do all the S's. Or STs. S-T-A-R. So I have Star Trek and Star Wars in this pile, along with some other stuff like Strange Academy and a few other things. So here's another montage. Okay, so I've got them in an order, at least. I've got S-T-R-A-N-G, which ends up being Strange Academy, and the comic book Strange. Then I had one issue of Starhenge. And this whole pile right here is just all the Star Trek books. So those are the Star Trek. And then these are all the Star Wars. And then I have all the issues of Storm's current title right here. So you go through those and alphabetize them or by order, by number. And I found I had another sensational Wonder Woman in the wrong section. So let's put that away first. That goes back over in here in this box. There it goes. The other sensational Wonder Womans. All right, so now I'm going to alphabetize and numerical order, something like that. All right, so we have, let's move these down and make room to do that. All right, so we have Strange Academy, Strange Academy, Strange Academy, Strange Academy, Strange. All right, so the Strange Academies, let's go in order. Okay, so Strange Academy, Strange. Then we have Starhenge, which S-T-A-R-H, S-T-R-A. So that comes after Star Wars, or after Storm. So it goes actually here. Then we have Starhenge. Then we have Star Trek. Then we have Star Wars. Then we go Storm. then Strange. Yeah. That makes sense. Okay, so I got that star hinge right there. So then we have Star Trek Defiant, and I think there's some other D stuff in here, like Celebrations, because that's S, Star Trek, and then the letter C, and then D. Then we have letters L, Star Trek, so we have Lower Decks, Lore Wars. Then we have Star Trek, just a Star Trek comic book. And then I have this Star Trek Section 31 comic book. So it goes somewhere in here. Then we have Star Trek Voyager. So I have to figure out, I've looked at the CLZ app and figure out where Section 31 fits in and where the Star Trek books go compared to Defiant, Lore Wars, Lower Deck, and Voyager. So let me check the CLZ app. Okay, so Star Trek. Oh, it wants us to start with the Star Trek comic book. Then the other ones we have, then it goes Star Trek Voyagers, then Star Trek Celebration, then, oh, okay, so Defiant comes after it. So we have to put it in order with Star Trek first, then it wants us to do Voyager, then the Celebrations book, then Defiant, and then Lore Wars, and then Lower Deck. Interesting. Oh, and then Section 31 would be the last that set of books. All right. So sometimes I follow the order that's in here, and sometimes I don't. Like, I have some free comic books that I got, but I put those, as opposed to it being under the title Free Comic Book Day, I put it where it goes with the title it's of. But it wants me to put them in as free comic books, so then they're like by themselves. And I felt that was kind of weird, so I put them with others. But, I mean, I'm okay with doing it in that order. Oh, I know the reason they're doing it in that order, because they put Star Trek and then they put parentheses IDW Publishing, which is what these issues of Star Trek are. So I think it's that way because instead of it being like a volume number, because it's a different publisher than other Star Treks that have been published, it's going IDW, so the letter I, so Star Trek, then the letter I. So that would go before Voyager and Celebrations and Day of Blood, and then Voyager goes before Celebrations and Defiant because it's Star Trek Voyager. The other ones are Star Trek : Defiant. So it's an interesting thought process. I'm okay with that. I'll try it that way and see how it goes if I can remember that, but that's what having the CLZ app is for. So let me do that real quick. I'm not going to do montage. You've got enough montage in this video. Okay, so don't know where I left off. I've got all the Star Trek put away except for some of the annuals, so I'm going to put those away. But then I need to alphabetize all the Star Wars so I can put them in. And some of them go in the same box that the Star Trek is in, but then some of them go into another box because one box couldn't hold all of it. So I had to switch things out because it was too much for one short box. So that's what we're going to do now, and I'll be right back. I forgot, of course, Starhenge comes before Star Trek. So after Spider-Woman, or Spirits of Vengeance, which is the next one, STAR Henge, comes before STAR Trek. So we're going to put that in there. I just share that with you because it's funny. Okay, so I've got all the Star Wars in alphabetical and numerical order. So we're going to see which bin they go in, because I think most of them go in this bin right here, bin box right here. So let's see. Okay, so we have Star Wars Crimson Dawn. So, got Crimson Reign. So that's issue number 1. We have issue number 2. So we'll put that in there right before issue number 3. Oh no, oh no. I need to put bags in there. So then we have issue number 5. There's issue number 4. Number 5. Then we have this Star Wars Dr. Aphra Annual number 3. So this is regular variant 1, variant 2, variant number 3. Okay, I don't have the other ones, so we're just going to put it there. Then we have Star Wars Dr. Aphra number 4. There's 5. There's 3. 4 goes there. And then we have this issue of number 8. I love this one because they're running, but like, she's like, there's fire. She's like, get to running. Instead of that usual, like, we're just going to cool walk away from the explosion behind us. Right, so that goes there. So there it is. I put away all the S's. All I have, well, not all the S's. I also have these S's. But you know what? This video has been going on long enough. I think you guys get the idea of what I'm doing and what I have to do. I think you guys get the idea of what I'm doing and what I have to do. So I hope you like what you saw. So come back for more shenanigans with comic books. How about this? In the comments, tell me how you organize your comic books. Are you doing it by title, by publisher, by character? How are you doing it, and what does your setup look like? So this is sort of like a prelude to doing a tour of my comic book collection, because that's a video that people are doing nowadays. But yeah, that's it for me then. And as always, remember, comic books are for everyone.